Imagine stepping into your garden in June and still seeing a riot of color in August. Sound like a dream? It's not. Today we're diving into 25 show-stopping perennials that bloom all summer long. No replanting, no fuss, just non-stop floral fireworks. If you're tired of flowers that fizzle out after a few weeks, this video is your ultimate cheat sheet for a garden that stuns from the first warm breeze to the final sunset of summer. Let's kick off with number 1 on our list. And trust me, you'll want to stick around for number 25. It's a hidden gem most gardeners don't even know about. 1. Coreopsis, tick seed, is a standout choice for gardeners who want continuous summer color with minimal effort. Known for its cheerful, daisy-like flowers in shades of yellow, gold, pink, or red, Coreopsis blooms profusely from early summer into fall. It's a true sun lover that thrives in full sunlight and well-drained soil, making it perfect for hot, dry spots in the garden. One of its best qualities is that it's drought-tolerant once established, and it keeps blooming even in tough conditions. To keep Coreopsis flowering all summer long, simply deadhead spent blooms regularly and provide occasional watering during extended dry spells. It also benefits from a light trim in midsummer to encourage fresh growth and more flowers. Low maintenance, pollinator-friendly, and vibrantly colorful. It's a must-have perennial for any summer garden. 2. Shasta Daisy is a classic summer perennial that brings timeless charm and long-lasting blooms to any garden. With its crisp white petals and sunny yellow centers, it creates a cheerful, clean look that pairs well with almost any other flower. Shasta daisies bloom from early summer through late summer and even into fall with proper care. They thrive in full sun and well-drained soil, and once established, they're quite drought-tolerant. To keep them blooming strong, deadhead spent flowers regularly and divide the clumps every 2 to 3 years to maintain vigor. They're also deer-resistant and attract pollinators like bees and butterflies. Low maintenance and endlessly reliable, Shasta daisies are perfect for borders, cottage gardens, or anywhere you want a burst of sunny classic beauty all summer long. 3. Salvia, perennial sage, is a powerhouse bloomer that brings vibrant spikes of color and constant pollinator activity to your garden all summer long. Available in shades of deep purple, blue, pink, and even red, Salvia is beloved for its long blooming season, heat tolerance, and its ability to attract hummingbirds, butterflies, and bees. It thrives in full sun and well-drained soil, making it perfect for hot, sunny spots. Once established, Salvia is drought-tolerant and low maintenance. To encourage continuous flowering, deadhead the spent blooms regularly and consider giving the plant a light mid-season trim to promote a fresh flush of growth. With its upright habit and striking color, Salvia adds both vertical interest and season-long beauty to borders, pollinator gardens, and mixed perennial beds. 4. Coneflower, Echinacea, is a tough, beautiful perennial that's practically made for summer-long blooming. With its bold, daisy-like flowers and raised central cones, Echinacea comes in a variety of vibrant colors, including pink, purple, orange, and white. These blooms appear in early summer and continue well into fall, especially when deadheaded regularly. Coneflowers are sun-loving and thrive in well-drained soil, tolerating drought, heat, and even poor soil conditions once established. They're also favorites of pollinators. Bees, butterflies, and hummingbirds flock to them. And in the fall, their seed heads provide food for birds. Minimal maintenance is required. Just water occasionally during dry spells and divide clumps every few years to keep them healthy. Hardy, eye-catching, and reliable, Echinacea is a staple in any long-blooming, low-fuss garden. 5. Daylilies are one of the most dependable and rewarding perennials for all summer color. While each individual bloom lasts just one day, hence the name, each plant produces multiple flower stalks loaded with buds, resulting in a continuous display that can last from early summer through fall, especially with reblooming varieties. Available in a dazzling range of colors and sizes, daylilies are incredibly easy to grow and adapt well to a wide variety of soils and climates. They thrive in full sun but can tolerate partial shade, and once established, they're drought-tolerant and virtually pest-free. To keep them looking their best, remove spent flowers and scapes, flower stalks to encourage more blooms, and divide clumps every few years to maintain vigor. Whether planted in borders, along walkways, or in mass groupings, daylilies offer low-maintenance beauty that keeps coming back year after year. 6. Blanket flower, Gaillardia, is a vibrant, heat-loving perennial that delivers bold, daisy-like blooms all summer long, and even into fall. With fiery shades of red, orange, and yellow, these flowers bring a splash of warmth and energy to any garden bed or border. Gaillardia thrives in full sun and well-drained soil, making it perfect for hot, dry spots where other plants may struggle. It's also drought-tolerant and deer-resistant, requiring very little maintenance once established. To keep it blooming non-stop, deadhead spent flowers regularly and avoid overwatering. Gaillardia doesn't need rich soil. In fact, it does better in lean conditions, so skip the heavy fertilizers. With its long bloom time, bright colors, and carefree nature, blanket flower is a fantastic choice for gardeners who want non-stop summer color with minimal effort. 7. Russian sage is a stunning, long-blooming perennial that adds texture, movement, and a haze of lavender blue color to the garden from midsummer all the way into fall. Its tall, airy spikes and silvery aromatic foliage create a soft, dreamy look that complements just about any planting scheme. Russian sage thrives in full sun and well-drained soil, and it's exceptionally drought-tolerant once established, perfect for hot, dry climates or low-maintenance landscapes. This plant is also deer-resistant and attracts bees and butterflies. To care for Russian sage, cut it back to about 12 to 18 inches in early spring to encourage fresh growth and fuller shape. It requires little water, minimal fertilization, and no fuss. Just plant it in a sunny spot and enjoy its graceful all-summer bloom show. 8. Catmint, Nepeta, is a reliable, long-blooming perennial that offers soft, lavender blue flowers and aromatic gray-green foliage from late spring all the way through summer. Its relaxed, mounding habit adds a charming, cottage garden feel to borders, pathways, and pollinator gardens. Catmint is incredibly low maintenance. It thrives in full sun, tolerates poor soil, and is drought-tolerant once established. It's also deer-resistant and a magnet for bees, butterflies, and even the occasional curious cat. To keep it blooming continuously, simply shear back the plant by 1/3 after the first big flush of flowers. This encourages a fresh wave of blooms and helps maintain a tidy shape. With its carefree nature and season-long color, Catmint is a must-have for anyone seeking beauty without the hassle. 9. Bee Balm, Monarda, is a vibrant and aromatic perennial that dazzles throughout the summer with its striking spiky flowers in shades of red, pink, purple, and white. Known for attracting pollinators like bees, butterflies, and hummingbirds, it's a fantastic choice for anyone looking to create a pollinator-friendly garden. Bee Balm thrives in full sun to partial shade and prefers moist, well-drained soil, making it perfect for garden beds or along the edges of ponds. To ensure continuous blooms, deadhead spent flowers regularly and divide the plant every few years to prevent overcrowding. Bee Balm can spread quite aggressively, so giving it room to grow or containing it in a garden bed will keep it under control. With its bold colors, long bloom time, and wildlife-friendly appeal, Bee Balm is an excellent addition to any summer garden. 10. Black-eyed Susan, Rudbeckia, is a cheerful, low-maintenance perennial that brings sunny yellow blooms with dark, contrasting centers to the garden from midsummer all the way into fall. Its daisy-like flowers create a vibrant splash of color that brightens borders, meadows, and pollinator gardens alike. Black-eyed Susan thrives in full sun and well-drained soil and is both drought-tolerant and deer-resistant, making it a reliable choice for tough garden spots. It's also a magnet for bees and butterflies, adding ecological value as well as beauty. To keep it blooming continuously, deadhead spent flowers regularly and divide clumps every few years to maintain plant health. With its long-lasting flowers, easygoing nature, and bold visual impact, Black-eyed Susan is a classic summer staple that belongs in every sunny garden. 11. Yarrow, Echinacea, is a hardy, sun-loving perennial prized for its flat-top clusters of tiny flowers that bloom from early summer into fall. Available in a variety of colors like yellow, pink, red, and white, Yarrow adds both texture and vibrant color to garden beds and borders. It thrives in full sun and poor, well-drained soil, making it perfect for hot, dry spots and xeriscape gardens. Once established, it's drought-tolerant, deer-resistant, and attracts a wide range of pollinators, including bees and butterflies. To encourage prolonged blooming, deadhead spent flowers and trim back stems if the plant becomes leggy. Yarrow also makes excellent cut and dried flowers. Tough, beautiful, and nearly maintenance-free, Yarrow is an ideal choice for gardeners seeking summer-long color with minimal effort. 12. Garden Phlox, Phlox paniculata, is a beautiful, fragrant perennial that provides a long season of color, blooming steadily from midsummer into early fall. Its tall, upright clusters of flowers come in a variety of shades, pink, white, purple, and even bicolor, and make a stunning statement in borders, cottage gardens, and pollinator plots. Garden Phlox thrives in full sun to partial shade and prefers rich, well-drained soil. To keep it blooming all summer, deadhead spent flowers regularly and water during dry spells to prevent mildew, especially in humid climates. Good air circulation and spacing help prevent fungal issues. With its bold color, sweet scent, and ability to attract butterflies and hummingbirds, Garden Phlox is a must-have for a vibrant, long-lasting summer garden display. 13. Scabiosa, pincushion flower, is a charming, long-blooming perennial that brings delicate beauty and continuous color to the garden from late spring through fall. Its unique, pincushion-like blooms sit atop slender stems and come in soft shades of blue, pink, lavender, and white, gently swaying in the breeze and attracting butterflies and bees all season long. Scabiosa thrives in full sun and well-drained soil, and it's especially well-suited to cottage gardens, borders, and containers. To keep the blooms coming, deadhead regularly and provide consistent moisture without overwatering. It's relatively low maintenance and can tolerate periods of drought once established. Compact, airy, and endlessly delightful, Scabiosa is a perfect choice for gardeners looking to add grace and color that lasts all summer. 14. Veronica, Speedwell, is a graceful, easy-care perennial that delivers striking vertical color all summer long with its elegant flower spikes in shades of blue, purple, pink, or white. Blooming from early summer into fall with proper deadheading, Veronica adds height and texture to borders, pollinator gardens, and mixed perennial beds. It thrives in full sun and well-drained soil, tolerates heat and humidity, and is generally pest and disease resistant. To encourage continuous flowering, remove spent blooms and trim back the plant slightly after its first flush of flowers. Veronica is also beloved by bees, butterflies, and hummingbirds, making it a lively, wildlife-friendly addition to the garden. With its long bloom time, tidy growth habit, and eye-catching colors, Veronica is a beautiful, dependable choice for season-long interest. 15. Helenium sneezeweed is a bold, late summer bloomer that adds fiery color and energy to the garden when many other plants start to fade. Its daisy-like flowers in vibrant shades of yellow, orange, and red provide a dazzling display from midsummer through fall, making it a perfect choice for extending the blooming season. Helenium thrives in full sun and moist, well-drained soil, and it's especially striking in borders, wildflower gardens, and naturalistic plantings. Despite its name, it doesn't cause sneezing. It's actually pollinated by insects, not wind. To keep it blooming vigorously, deadhead spent flowers and divide clumps every few years to maintain plant health. Tall varieties may benefit from staking or pinching back early in the season to encourage bushier growth. Tough, colorful, and pollinator-friendly, Helenium is a fantastic plant for adding long-lasting summer brilliance to your garden. 16. Balloon flower, Platycodon, is a delightful perennial known for its unique balloon-shaped buds that burst open into starry, bell-like blooms in shades of blue, pink, or white. Blooming from early to late summer, it adds charm and whimsy to garden borders, rock gardens, and containers. This plant thrives in full sun to partial shade and prefers well-drained soil. Once established, balloon flower is drought-tolerant and low maintenance, needing only occasional watering during dry periods. To prolong blooming, deadhead spent flowers regularly and cut back stems after flowering to encourage a second flush. It's also resistant to pests and disease, making it a reliable and rewarding choice for gardeners. With its long bloom time, playful shape, and minimal care requirements, balloon flower brings both beauty and personality to the summer garden. 17. Yarrow, Echinacea, is a rugged, long-blooming perennial that lights up the garden with flat-topped clusters of flowers in vibrant shades of yellow, pink, red, or white. It blooms from early summer into fall, providing months of color and attracting beneficial pollinators like bees and butterflies. Yarrow thrives in full sun and well-drained soil, and it's especially valued for its drought tolerance and ability to flourish in poor, dry conditions where other plants might struggle. It's also deer and rabbit resistant, making it an easy care option for low-maintenance landscapes. To keep yarrow blooming all summer, deadhead spent flowers and cut the plant back lightly to encourage fresh growth. Divide clumps every few years to maintain vigor and prevent overcrowding. Hardy, carefree, and endlessly colorful, yarrow is a must-have for any sunny, summer-filled garden. 18. Penstemon, also known as beard tongue, is a striking perennial that delivers vibrant, tubular blooms from late spring well into summer, and sometimes even into early fall. With colors ranging from rich reds and purples to soft pinks, blues and whites, Penstemon adds bold vertical interest and attracts hummingbirds, bees, and butterflies to the garden. It thrives in full sun and well-drained soil, preferring slightly drier conditions once established, which makes it ideal for xeriscapes and low-water gardens. Penstemon is generally low maintenance, but to encourage extended blooming, deadhead spent flowers regularly and cut back the stems after flowering to promote reblooming. It may benefit from light mulching in colder climates and dividing every few years to keep it vigorous. With its dazzling flowers, wildlife appeal, and easy care, Penstemon is a perfect addition to any long-blooming summer garden. 19. Lavender is a beloved perennial prized for its fragrant purple blooms, silvery foliage, and ability to flower throughout the summer with the right care. Blooming from late spring into early fall, especially when regularly deadheaded, lavender adds color, texture, and a calming scent to gardens, borders, and containers. It thrives in full sun and well-drained, slightly alkaline soil, making it perfect for hot, dry spots and Mediterranean-style landscapes. Lavender is drought-tolerant once established and resists pests and deer, making it a low-maintenance and resilient choice. To encourage continuous blooming and maintain its shape, prune lightly after the first flush of flowers and give it a harder trim in early spring. With its long bloom time, soothing aroma, and versatility, lavender is both beautiful and functional, a must-have for any summer garden. 20. Astilbe is a stunning, shade-loving perennial that brings feathery, plume-like blooms in shades of pink, red, white, and lavender to the garden from late spring through summer. Its long-lasting flowers and lush, fern-like foliage add texture and elegance to shady borders, woodland gardens, and moist areas. Unlike many summer bloomers, Astilbe thrives in partial to full shade and prefers consistently moist, rich soil, making it ideal for damp, low-light spots where other plants may struggle. To keep it looking its best and blooming steadily, water regularly during dry periods and mulch to retain soil moisture. Deadheading spent blooms can extend its display, and dividing the clumps every 3 to 4 years helps maintain plant vigor. With its graceful appearance, shade tolerance, and reliable summer flowers, Astilbe is a perfect pick for brightening up the darker corners of your garden. 21. Crocosmia is a bold, eye-catching perennial that delivers fiery blooms in brilliant shades of red, orange, and yellow from midsummer into early fall. Its arching flower spikes and sword-like foliage bring a dramatic, tropical flair to borders and mixed plantings, while attracting hummingbirds and pollinators with its nectar-rich flowers. Crocosmia thrives in full sun and well-drained soil, and it's relatively drought-tolerant once established, making it ideal for sunny, low-maintenance gardens. To keep it flowering at its best, remove spent blooms and divide clumps every few years to prevent overcrowding. In colder climates, mulching in late fall can help protect the bulbs through winter. With its long bloom time, vibrant color, and wildlife appeal, Crocosmia is a standout performer that brings energy and elegance to the summer garden. 22. Hardy Geranium cranesbill is a versatile, long-blooming perennial that offers delicate cup-shaped flowers in shades of pink, purple, blue, and white from late spring well into summer, and sometimes even into fall. Unlike annual geraniums, hardy geraniums are true perennials, returning year after year with minimal care. They thrive in full sun to partial shade and prefer well-drained soil, making them adaptable to a wide range of garden conditions. Their mounding habit and attractive foliage make them perfect for borders, ground cover, or underplanting larger shrubs. To encourage continuous blooming, deadhead spent flowers and shear back the plant if it becomes leggy in midsummer. This often triggers a fresh flush of growth and flowers. Hardy, low maintenance, and resistant to deer and pests, cranesbill is a charming and reliable addition to any garden seeking season-long color and texture. 23. Sedum, stone crop, is a rugged, sun-loving perennial that shines in the summer garden with its fleshy, succulent leaves and clusters of star-shaped flowers that bloom from mid to late summer into fall. Available in a variety of forms, from low-growing ground covers to taller upright varieties, sedum adds texture, color, and structure to garden beds, borders, and rock gardens. It thrives in full sun and well-drained soil and is exceptionally drought-tolerant, making it ideal for hot, dry spots and low-maintenance landscapes. Sedum requires very little care. Simply water occasionally during prolonged dry periods and cut back old growth in early spring. It's also deer-resistant and attracts butterflies and bees, adding ecological value. With its resilience, extended bloom time, and striking visual appeal, sedum is a standout plant for carefree all-summer color. 24. Gaura, whirling butterflies, is a graceful, long-blooming perennial that brings a soft, airy elegance to the garden with its delicate, butterfly-like flowers that flutter on tall, slender stems. Blooming profusely from late spring through fall, Gaura's whiter pink blossoms dance in the breeze, creating a light, whimsical effect in borders, cottage gardens, or containers. It thrives in full sun and well-drained soil, tolerating heat, drought, and poor soil with ease, making it an excellent choice for low-maintenance landscapes. Gaura requires little care beyond occasional deadheading to encourage reblooming and cutting back the stems if they become floppy or untidy. It's also deer-resistant and attracts pollinators, adding ecological value. With its continuous flowering, carefree nature, and charming movement, Gaura is a standout plant for all-summer beauty and dynamic garden texture. 25. Japanese anemone is a graceful, late summer to fall blooming perennial that brings elegance and soft color to the garden, just as many other plants begin to fade. With tall, wiry stems topped by delicate, poppy-like flowers in shades of white, pink, or rose, it adds vertical interest and movement to borders and shade gardens. While not an early summer bloomer, Japanese anemone is prized for extending the flowering season into late summer and fall, providing continuous beauty when other blooms are winding down. It thrives in partial shade and moist, well-drained soil, though it can adapt to full sun with enough moisture. Once established, it's low maintenance and slowly spreads to form attractive colonies. To care for it, mulch to retain moisture, water during dry spells, and deadhead to tidy up the plant. With its refined appearance, long bloom time, and ability to thrive in less sunny spots, Japanese anemone is a wonderful addition to any late summer garden. And that completes the list. Which one was your favorite? Or did I miss a summer superstar you swear by? Drop a comment below. Let's swap garden secrets. If you found this helpful, give it a thumbs up, share it with a gardening buddy, and don't forget to subscribe for more blooming good ideas every week. And I'm sure you're going to enjoy this next video on top 25 companion plants to naturally get rid of pests.